I appreciate it.
That's 11 aces for Pete Sampras, and he holds on. No breaks yet in the third set. It's 4-3. Sampras leading the number 3 seed here, Stefan Edberg of Sweden. Okie dokie, we are underway here, third set, and this is one moment that you are going to enjoy. 4-3, Sampras leading. Let's take a look at what's at stake here. 129,000 to the winner with a chance at 245. They have both already banked 68,000. 1.8 million total prize money here. The quarterfinalists worth $60,000. Stefan Edberg has his sights set on continuing the great year that he has had so far. As we showed you earlier, he's only lost 2 matches so far this year. So indeed has Pete Sampras.
That's the first point Edberg's lost on serve, because as a marvellous statistician Dr. Levin has pointed out, Edberg has served these last 13 points and Sampras has got the ball back into play only on 3 occasions. On that occasion, a double fault, first one for a long while for Edberg.
Got to believe that if you're in Pete Sampras' shoes now, this is the game that you really want to make your move, because Edberg's serving into the sun. It's not a good side to be, and time's running out.
That's the first one he's attempted to get back. He sliced that backhand return because he said, hey, I'm not getting the ball back into play. He got into play, but then shanked the backhand, and the footwork was not too good on that, Wiedersman.
And I think right now that would be a good idea for Pete Sampras. Just try to make Stefan Edberg play a couple of balls so you get a little bit of your rhythm back. He was timing the ball so well in the first set with those clean winner returns, but right now Pete Sampras just a little bit out of sync as far as his ground strokes go. This time the ball's sort of slipping right underneath his racket. And Fred, I'd have to agree, he's a little bit flat-footed. His footwork's going off a bit.
Look at Edberg. This is as good as you get it, folks. And listen to this round of applause from this capacity crowd before they even start here. 4-all final set.
15 love. This is the only one of the major Super 9 events, single-week championship series events on the IBM ATP Tour that is played on the West Coast anywhere, as you see this replay again. So it's kind of a gathering place for tennis players of the West Coast. There's nothing that happens in LA or San Francisco that really compares.
They do have tournaments, IBM ATP tournament events there. Nothing as big as this one.
30 love.
Bobby Kramer runs the one in LA Tennis Club. Barry McKay, good friend of ours, ex-Davis Cup player.
In fact, one of you was
asking the one in San Francisco
during a break, you know, who shows up here in the desert, because it's not that big a community. Mainly, they come from the Los Angeles area. It's about a couple of hours drive. 30-15. Two of the top 4 players in the world battling it out as we continue our live coverage here from the Palm Springs area, Indian Wells, of the Newsweek Champions Cup. It's Sampras and Stefan Edberg. If you tuned in to watch World Cup skiing from Aspen, of course, this match is going longer than we had anticipated, but as soon as it is over, you will see the Aspen Winter National in its entirety.
That one was a 120-mile-an-hour bullet down the center.
But what a luxury, Fred, to have a serve like that. You know, his game has basically gone off from the baseline, but his serve has really held him in here in this third set. Whereas Stefan Edberg has sort of had the total package in his third set.
Yeah, you have the feeling that Sampras is now relying almost entirely on his serve. And of course, it's worked so far because he hasn't been broken yet. He's ahead, 5-4. Edberg to serve. Cahill had a great tournament. He beat Goran Ivanisevic earlier, and then the surprise is Krickstein, who beat Volkov. Korda beat Carlos Costa. Of course, Costa is there because Pat Rafter beat Jim Courier, and then Costa in turn beat Rafter. So it has been an interesting tournament. The top section of the draw has the two top-seeded players. The bottom section, though, was decimated. Edberg serving to stay in at love 15.
This is where Sampras, I was just talking to Vitas at the break, has a little bit of an opportunity because he is in front in that third set. He's serving at 5-4. If he can put a good early start together, he can crank up on a couple of returns. He did so on that first point, love 15. He now has the luxury on a second serve here of just really teeing off and putting Edberg under a lot of pressure. And he did so again, and you can hear Sampras say, come on. Edberg knows it.
Listen to the crowd. It is jammed here. It's a full stadium. Sampras coming up. Edberg hasn't been in any trouble on his serve until this moment.
And what a turnaround, Fred. He's looked so flat-footed on his service returns, but he's put together 3 brilliant service returns. Looked lively off his feet.
Well, the first one helps you get the second one, and then the second one helps you get the third, and very quick to get to that little half volley.
Couldn't get turned around enough. Right on, Fred.
Well, that's the nice thing. He's got the luxury of love 40. You can have a crack at one when you're off balance a little bit. Oh, what a shot.
And I tell you, Pete Sampras is very happy. And the reason that he's as happy as he is because he knows that Edberg is one of the guys, Fred, that can really challenge him, and he was up to it today.
Cliff, the crowd enjoyed that. I know we three here did, and it's one of the finest matches. They're getting a standing ovation here. Sampras has not done that well here in the desert. He's yet to get past the quarterfinals until this year. He's in the final. Stefan Edberg has won 2 tournaments this year. One of the best serve and volley performances I've seen. And it all come down to return of serves, and it was in that last game 3 blistering returns in that winning forehand.
2 quick points I'd like to make. As a player, I feel bad for Stefan Edberg because he really outplayed Pete Sampras basically during the third set. And what a luxury it is to have Pete Sampras' serve, because that really held him in for the last 2 sets, and then, you know, the service returning game comes back.
Pity there had to be a loser today, as somebody has said in the past. Tennis was the winner. In fact, Pete Sampras won this in 3 sets. Our coverage today of the semifinal match has been brought to you by IBM. There's never been a better time to do business with IBM. Also by the companies of Harman International and by Glaxo, on the brink of discovery. The championship match tomorrow will be best of 5, and it'll be coming your way live at 2 p.m. Eastern Time. That's 11 o'clock where we are here on the west coast of the United States. Coming up next here on ESPN, it is the Aspen Winter Nationals. For the fiery one, Fred Stolle, and for the lively one, Broadway Venus Carolitis, I'm Cliff Drysdale. Thanks a lot for joining us, everybody. There's a lot of excitement up here in the booth. Forgive us, but please join us again tomorrow, because you'll see the top player in the world playing about as well as he can play tennis. That's Pete Sampras, the man who beat Stefan Edberg today in the semifinals. Goodbye.